Shalom, giving all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Yeshem, Yahweh Shai, by Yeshem Kahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and bishops of New York and Connecticut, and also you elders out there. Peace and many salutations to Yakim, this toiling and this truth. Just wanted to come with a quick testimony. I was driving this morning uh, off of 35 headed north. Um, and I seen a car, and it looked like it was stopped in the middle of the road. I'm like, okay, I kind of slowed down and swerved over, in a reasonable time. But there was a guy in the middle of the road just waving his hand, telling people to get out the way. In particular, me, I was really the only one on the road. His hazardous lights wasn't on, so it was very deceptive. And before that happened, before I ran into the incident, like seconds before, you know, I had the thought of, hey man, you gotta fight to be in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because as I go north of 35, I always see this. I don't know if it's a chariot, a star, but it's like it's always blinking, you know. And I seen it, and I made that statement in my mind because I was just fighting negative thoughts. I was like, man, you gotta fight these. You can't just marinate in these marinate. You gotta try to fight. To be in order. You know, that's the sentiment that I had. Right. I had that sentiment. The star flashed, and I looked down and I seen the incident and was able to move out the way. And as I was you know following the route to my destination, the thought was, man, you fight for the Lord will fight for you. You put some effort in, serving the Heavenly Father, the Lord will look out for you, man. The Lord is very, what I've come to realize about the Lord is very merciful, man. He'll meet you more than halfway, you know, but you have to have that repentant heart and that will to keep on going forward, man. Things get tough in your life, adversity comes, and that's fine, but are you gonna quit fighting? You know, are you gonna quit fighting when things get rough, when things don't go your way, when you know, um, whatever? And so I just had two scriptures, you know, um, that I want to bring out. Psalms 33:18. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh is upon them that fear Him, upon them that hope in His mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. And this is the time that we living in, man. More and more, we're starting to see the importance of faith, in Yahweh by Yeshua Yahweh Shai, and with that name, you know, um, and the correct doctrine, that's going to lead to salvation, because you can have a name and not the correct doctrine. But having a name and the correct doctrine is going to lead us to have a covering in that day, because really that's all we have to depend on. We don't have, you know, um, a generous amount of money. We don't, and even if we did have that generous amount of money, we know that cyber attacks are going to happen. They're already happening. We know that real soon the petrodollar will be substantially less potent. It's losing its strength before our eyes. You know, buying a whole bunch of guns is not going to help. Buying, provision might not help either, because we don't know what's going to happen, where all of us collectively is going to be when it happens. That's where faith comes in, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to have faith in the Heavenly Father that He's going to take care of you. What's the point of doing this? What's the point of, making your body a living sacrifice? If you're not expected to be covered in that day. Verse 20, our soul waiteth for Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in Him, because we have trusted in His holy name. Let thy mercy, O Yahweh, be upon us according as we hope in thee. That's right. So the Most High He's going to be our shield. He's going to be our sword in that day, man. We're going to know how to move, and we're going to know how to, maneuver in the time of Jacob's trouble. Collectively speaking and individually speaking. But you have to have faith. You have to have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua that everything's going to be all right. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. That's right. So trust in the Lord and fear Him, and depart from wicked ways. The Apostle Ramla, as of lately, we reminds the congregation, like, hey, get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we, the leadership not gonna keep talking to you. So get to the point to where you're gonna have to move around. We all have to take heed. And even if you're not moved around, even if you're able to look good in front of man, you have to think about your relationship with the Heavenly Father. You have to think whether or not you're pleasing Him with your actions. Not necessarily people, because people's opinions change, man. You know what I'm saying? People's perspectives change. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have that relationship just with Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua for yourself, and nobody can make that for you. The apostles, the elders on down, do an excellent job at conveying that. And had a teacher, things that nature of forcing us to be accountable for our videos and and learning things of that nature, man. They really, man, they're really setting us up to get deliverance, to get salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have to believe that for yourself. Believe, fear the Lord and He'll protect you. Fight for the Lord. Fight for the Lord mentally. Them demons in your head, you gotta fight them. You get tired of them, you be like, man, shut the hell up. Well, that's a part of the fight. Shit, it's a fight. Everybody gotta go through it. We all going through it. Everybody got something they're going through. Ain't nobody hell different from anybody else's. Well, better or worse than anybody else. We all going through it in our own way. But you got to be willing to go through it to get to it. To get to what? They sound the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Fight for the Lord, man. He'll fight for you. Shalom.